Oh, welcome to Sunday football. First time I've done this. We're going for the Blackburn Sheffield Wednesday game. We're putting that on the live on my tablet. There'll be the Bet365 app running just behind it. Usually, just be careful. The Bet365 app is about a minute and a half of 2 minutes ahead of the actual live stream, so that's going to be a little bit tricky to handle. So if you want to go either way, then please do. We can work that one out. First of all, if you're still in there, tell us which side you support. We'll be going through the teams when we've got them. Yeah, we'll go through the teams because they are in, and we'll go through both teams. I've got a little bit of a question. If anybody, if the person who joined us stays here, then we'll be going through the table calculator because a couple of interesting differences by if we can look at who different teams play, such as Blackburn, Sheffield Wednesday, Huddersfield, and Birmingham. I think they're the ones to concentrate on. We can go through the table calculator and we can try and just see what we think to what all the different permutations that could happen as we go through. Get out the other end, and we find the result of Sheffield Wednesday and away to Blackburn. So I assume the person just disappeared. We're going to go through Blackburn first. So what we've got Pearce in goal. We've got a defensive line of Carter, Hyam, and Wharton. So quite a good defensive line. We've got midfield of Britton, Tronstadt, Costello, and Pickering. And up front, we have Gallagher, Schmodix, and Dolan. Quite a good front line. That is quite a good front line. Sheffield Wednesday seem to be mirroring it. I'm not too keen on Wednesday trying to mirror the same formation as Blackburn. Blackburn's been doing that formation for a lot longer, even if they have been finding it tough playing it. So Sheffield Wednesday have Beadle at the back. They have a defensive line of Palmer, Icky, and Femaweo. Not too keen on Icky. He can either play really well or he can really cock things up and put it in his own net. Midfield, they've got Valentin, Volks, Bannon, and Johnson. Up front, they've got Ugbo, Musaba, and Windass. I'm preferring the Blackburn side on that one, merely because Sheffield Wednesday seem to be trying to mirror the Blackburn formation, which is I'm not sure that's a good idea. Blackburn are good at playing that formation. I'm not sure that doing an out-and-out attack against Blackburn away from home is a great idea. But they're the teams. Hopefully you heard them. Anybody interested in going through the championship table? Because if you are, I've got the championship table and calculator here. It's an interesting site because if we go to the table, I take it nobody's there. If we go to the table, so what happens if Sheffield Wednesday win this? If Sheffield Wednesday win this, they get on to 47 points, but they're all the bottom teams then have played 44. That means that we've got Sheffield Wednesday would move to 21st. Birmingham would move into the relegation zone on 46, and then Huddersfield would be on 44. And be very careful because Blackburn have 49 points, but they play Coventry, who are on fire at the minute. And in fact, they're in the semi-finals of the FA Cup later on. And they also play, if I look at my table, which one is it? I think it's Leicester they play on the last game, isn't it? Let's have a look. So on the last game of the season, we have Blackburn, away to Leicester City. So I'm very. I'll be. If you go to go to my other site, we've got a live stream for that tonight at 7:15. So that one's if you search for it, it's Mystic John. That one's if I can that one's on at 7:15 tonight. That one's planned for later. So if you want to go to that one, then just click the notifications tab, and you should be notified for that tonight. So we can see you there. But on with the football. So Blackburn have two really, really difficult games. Good one. Blackburn have two difficult games. Blackburn could, theoretically, if they lose today, they could quite easily finish the season on 49 points. This is where I'm getting at. You see, Plymouth are they're 1 point below Blackburn. However, they have at the minute it's 12 o'clock midday. So it's another 7 hours. It's about 7 hours from now. Rara. Oh, blimey, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I've got a lot on today. Now, I can try and do one on some other time. Probably about if I can do on Monday, I might be able to do on Monday afternoon. I sometimes do on Monday afternoon. But if you click the subscribe app, the subscribe of Mystic John, we can give you it'll notify you on Monday if I do one on Monday afternoon. So 8 p.m. and we're on 12. So you're 8 hours ahead of me. Let's have a look. I can't. I've already got the camera going, so I can't click it. So yeah. If I can find it. So it's Mystic John. Let's put it on here. That's my name on the other channel. Ooh, that's not my name. That's my name. Oh, go away. Oh, blimey. Yeah, so that's my name on the other channel. So we go back to football. We go back to the football. We have Blackburn on 49. We could quite easily see Plymouth overtake them because they've got two mediocre games. They can quite easily pick up one of their 1 point in their next couple of games, and they're already three goal difference on to the good to Blackburn. So they would be favourites to finish above them on goal difference. Birmingham on 46. They would, if they could win, it would be in their own hands then, because if they won Huddersfield, they're on minus 20. They're on minus 16. Blackburn are on minus 14. So actually, for Birmingham to finish below Blackburn if they win on goal difference, they would have to get killed by Norwich by about 3, 4, 5-0. So it really is in Birmingham's hands. As long as they can win Huddersfield, it's pretty much a pretty good odds to see that that Huddersfield would finish in the bottom three. Birmingham would finish above Blackburn on goal difference. And that brings us back to today, because if you've got if Wednesday beat Blackburn and Blackburn are going to finish on 49 points, then Wednesday will be on 47. Could they win one of their last two games? Their last game is away at Sunderland, and Sunderland are playing absolutely awful. Yes, I can see them losing on the last game. Sunderland have nothing to play for. They've not had anything to play for ages. Wednesday will be going out there literally thinking, we win, we go above Blackburn, and we're safe. So all you're thinking there is, if Blackburn lose, that key number of 49 points suddenly becomes the going down, going up figure, because Plymouth can quite easily get 1 point and finish above them on goal difference. Birmingham can win the Huddersfield game, then they're going to finish above them on goal difference. And Sheffield Wednesday only have to win one of their last two games, and one of them's against Sunderland. So to me, that sort of says there's a damn good chance that that Blackburn would be in deep trouble if they lose today. If they win, obviously they're safe. And does that put Sheffield Wednesday down? Well, you'd certainly have everybody on 44 games, and both Huddersfield and Sheffield Wednesday on 44 points. But you've got to remember that Sheffield Wednesday have certainly one easy game, and I think the other game is actually Coventry. Is it Coventry? I think the other game's Coventry, which means you can quite easily see, is it Coventry or Millwall? Should we have a look on that one? So on the last day, it's Sunderland on that one. Oh, it's West Bromwich. Yeah, so West Brom. So they it's a case of, will West Brom be keeping all their saving their players for the semi-final against Southampton? And would they be playing? Yeah, Southampton, and they could quite easily do that. I know when Rotherham went up from League One, we did that. We kept several players out because we wanted them to to be good, to be fresh for the semi-final. Yeah, nearly getting troubled by the EFL, but it's better off for the club. I would probably say that West Brom will win it. However, the Sunderland game, they could quite easily still win and get on to 47 points. And then you're thinking, yeah, if Birmingham didn't win against Huddersfield, you know, they're going to be swapping with Huddersfield, and all of a sudden you'll have Sheffield Wednesday and Birmingham going down. It's just a weird mix. So there's lots of different permutations. We could actually, if we get anybody interested at lunchtime, at the break, we'll go through the actual table calculator, and we'll see what comes. See what comes of that. But it's 12:14. We'll just turn on the battery. I don't want to go. So here we go. We're going to see what we can get. I have a couple of channels. I do a tarot card reading channel. Obviously, somebody's picked up on the wrong channel. But if anybody wants a question, then please do. Anybody's in. So we're going to be going to that. Let's just set up for the Bet365. That's a little bit more. It's a little bit more in time. Bet365 tends to run about a minute and a half to 2 minutes ahead. So that's all set up already. At the minute, we have Blackburn are on about evens, 23-20. For a draw, it's 5-2 against, and for Sheffield Wednesday, it's 23-10. So it's roughly evens for Blackburn. It's just over 2-1 against Sheffield Wednesday. It's 2.5-1 against the draw. Stats for this game: we have Blackburn. Last time out, they won away at Leeds, which is they were actually taking a battering, to be quite honest. I really don't know how they managed to keep it up, because they were. It was. Let's have a look at the stats for that game. Blackburn. It was one of those games that I just look. Yeah, 75% play to Leeds, and yet they lost. And they had 5 shots on target as well, Leeds. But the thing is, you see, Blackburn had 2 shots on target out of 3, and one of them went in the net, and that's the difference, isn't it? So we saw a one-sided game where the underdog actually won. Before that, they lost at Bristol City 5-0. Then they did a good game at home to Southampton, where they drew 0-0. They did what we expected against Sunderland. They went away and won 5-1. And then before that, they lost against Ipswich 1-0 at home. And then they drew 0-0 away at Borough. So it's been a bit of an up and down. Some surprise wins. The Bristol City defeat 5-0 was quite surprising. I think nobody really expected that one. And the Sheffield Wednesday, well, what can we say? Sheffield Wednesday or Sheffield Wednesday. I'm a Rotherham fan, so obviously we dislike Sheffield Wednesday immensely. But if we look at how they're playing, 3 draws out of the last 6. The last 2 have been draws. 1 win against QPR, 2-0, and two defeats. 1 against Borough away, 2-0, and one away at Ipswich, 6-0. Now, get 2 goals against Sheffield Wednesday early on. They do tend to crumble. So do expect 4 or 5-0, or even 6-0 as it was with Ipswich. But some of those results, they've been playing extremely well. 2-2 with Norwich. They were good for a win, I thought, there. So they have been playing really well. Stoke City 1-1. Stoke came back from behind and scored, I think, about 67, 70 minutes, something like that. 67 minutes, I think they scored. I'll probably have a quick look. 76 minutes. There we are. They scored on 76 minutes, with Sheffield Wednesday scoring on 68. And if you look at that, they're usually quite good. Once they go ahead, they usually manage to batten down the hatches quite often. But they batten down the hatches a few times, and they don't attack, and they end up drawing. I've seen them draw a few from ahead, several times from 2-0 up, losing 2-2, drawing 2-2, and you think, from that, you can't really work out which way this game's going to go. I really can't. All I'm looking at is the Blackburn team that seems to have lost its mojo. They're able to win. I mean, they won Leeds, but They literally put a wall up at the back. And then I start thinking, well, Blackburn tend to try and get that early goal, put the wall up at the back, or with Southampton 0-0, just go out and put the wall up at the back and just forget it and leave it, and hopefully, they don't score and you manage to sneak one in. But Sheffield Wednesday are good at that. Sheffield Wednesday are one I think have been one that's been the change to Sheffield Wednesday since Christmas. They've been playing really, really good at the back. They've got an ability to put that back wall up and just stop anyone getting through it. It's only certain players that tend to just screw that up, and then you get that odd goal that goes through, and it just messes things up for them. Icky's one of them. He's come from. He actually got brought from Rotherham, and he does make mistakes, and he can put it in his own net. So unfortunately, Wednesday have that little bit of a really good, solid defence, but so do Blackburn, and I'm worried that the two really good defensive lines here could almost be the be all and end all of the game, because Wednesday are really, really strong in defence. Not too keen on Icky. Does make those mistakes, but on the whole, when Wednesday have gone ahead, they've been able to put a damn good back line up, and they put that back line of three suddenly becomes a back line of five with the wings coming back, and they are capable of stopping any team in that league. They play really well against some of the top teams in that in the Championship this year. Blackburn, on the other hand, tend to open themselves up at the back a little bit and then try and get that little early goal, and then bang, the back line gets the brick wall gets put down, like it did against Sunderland, against Southampton, and it became 0-0. I mentioned Sunderland. That was completely different. They were over. They were over. Sunderland aren't playing very well, and they won them 5-1 away. In that case, they never even bothered with the brick wall. They were playing that 3-5-3 and 3-5-2, and just keeping those wings going up the side, and it was really good to watch, and devastated them down both sides. So what do I expect? I expect a defensive game that's going to be quite tricky to watch. I've got the video on this side, which we'll try and open up now, and we've got the Bet365 ready up there. Anybody wants to go through the prediction table and work out the different permutations, we've got that on. I've got that on the screen as well, so we can go through that. We can go through that at half time. We'll get rid of that one and that one, and we will open up the football. Anybody wants to have a quick chat about who they support, then please do. Thought they weren't doing it then. I'll try to open up the link. So we are going to wait for the start of the game. We've got the video running there. We have Bet365 just there. I have my World Football app, which we can do the permutations on at any point that you like. That will run the different permutations that we've got, and we can work out what the present score means to the table, and we can look forward to the next 2 weeks. Like I say, Blackburn very much have their own future in their hands here. If they win, they're as good as safe. If they lose, they have two very, very difficult games: Coventry and Leicester City away. And you wouldn't like to bet against Leicester City winning against Blackburn, not on the last day of the season. And I don't know about Coventry. Coventry, they've got 4 games over the next 2 weeks. Is it too much for them? Is it not too much for them? Who knows? It's going to be difficult to work that one out. Coventry game will be important. I think most Blackburn fans would probably agree that it's going to be difficult to see them winning away at Leicester City. So there we are. Blackburn, 19th place. Win, lose, draw, win, lose. Sheffield Wednesday, 23rd place. Draw, lose. Draw, win, lose, draw. Going backwards. So we're going to kick off in about 4 minutes' time. Anybody got any requests? We're going to have a quick look through anything. Statistics. We've got 23 to 20, roughly even for even odds for Blackburn. 5-2 for the draw and 23-10 for Sheffield Wednesday.
And today's teams are really at a crucial stage of the season. Sheffield Wednesday from the bottom 3 series. If they win today, they could move out of it. Blackburn know a win will guarantee their safety for another season.
So if they win, they move out of the Wednesday move out of the relegation zone. And it looks quite full at the Rovers ground. Plenty of Sheffield Wednesday fans. Seems like a family even here. Got families, kids, and everything. If anybody heard about the Rotherham fan was taken ill after 7 minutes. I think he must have had a heart attack at the game with Birmingham. The way we're playing, probably enough to give anybody a heart attack. But he was actually in a coma overnight. I think he's just started breathing for himself. So we wish him all the best, and we wish him a recovery as quickly as he can. It's funny because, in a way, we had a 35-minute delay for the ambulance to come and take him away. Then at the end of the first half, the ref gave 10 minutes extra time. And one of the streamers put in his broadcast, 10 minutes extra. Oh my God, are we ever going to get home? Literally going to be like an hour behind everybody else. The Birmingham fans must have been, getting home must have been an absolute pain. Quite late at night, and we're not that far away. So the teams are about to come out onto the pitch. So here we go. Let's see what's going to happen. So we move that across slightly so you can't see the window. We have the teams coming out. We quickly go through the lineups. For Blackburn, we have Pearce, Hyam, Carter, Wharton, Britton, Pickering, Costello, Tronstadt, Gallagher, Schmodix, with Welstead, Christine, Cometio, McFadden, Moran, Buckley, Aragari, and Markande on the bench. And for Sheffield Wednesday, we have probably a usual lineup of Beadle, Famewo, Palmer, Icky, Bannon, Johnson, Valentin, Volks, Musaba, Ugbo, and Windass up front. And on subs bench, we have Dawson, Diaby, Iorfa, Pedersen, Hendrick, Kadamatri, Patterson, Gassama, and Michael Smith. So they've got quite a strong. They've both got quite a strong defence substitute bench. As we go back to the screen, we can always give you a little bit more of a listen to the live stream. So there's the live. Just give you a little bit more of a listen to that. Just means I've got one on one side, one on the other. So here we go. We are started on the app, and it's straight with Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn Rovers are going to try down the left-hand side, but immediately stopped by Valentin. Pass it to Bannon. Palmer tries a through ball, but Tronstadt grabs it in the centre circle for Blackburn. Tronstadt for Blackburn. In the middle of the box. It's going to be a free kick to Sheffield to Blackburn, I think. It's already showing to be, or at least on the Bet365 app, it's showing to be quite a feisty game at the minute. So the ref's going to have to make sure he calms this one down, because we can't keep going after 1 minute to have people. Yeah, Schmodix is injured for Blackburn. Sheffield Wednesday are they really can't be going in that hard all the way through. After 1 minute is quite a dangerous tactic. So we're on an injury after just 1 minute. I can actually see that on the video, as that's because that's yeah. So Schmodix kicked off and then it went back. Blackburn tried pushing it down the left and then kicked it down the middle. It got cut out, and somewhere here it gets kicked forward down the middle, and Schmodix there, and no, the camera wasn't on it. Schmodix is on the floor rolling around, and the camera was looking completely opposite direction. Let's have a look. Oh, it was it kicked it. Oh, the Wednesday guy it might have been Icky, kicked it straight in his face, and the guy's just been complete. It be very difficult. It could have been knocked out, which is going to bring in the concussion rule. So we'll be looking for the concussion rule here. So it's going to be quite. If Schmodix is taken off for the concussion rule, that's going to be very, very bad for Blackburn. 3 minutes. Gallagher has now got it for Blackburn. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. I didn't see. Let's have timeline. See whether anybody got took off. Doesn't look like he's been taken off. Sheffield Wednesday have a throw in on their left hand side, near to the box. It goes to Icky, but Icky immediately loses it to Hyam. I mean, Icky is a defender, so what's he doing in the box? Out of position. They kick it out. Hyam Volks now has it on the left hand side for Sheffield Wednesday. I think it goes out for a throw-in to Blackburn. Blackburn gives it to Gallagher. Dolan. Bannon, really good, takes it off him, passes it back to Fameo. Tries a through ball and Hyam grabs it, pushes it down the right, but then Wednesday get a throw-in from that. I'm just watching on the video. The Schmodix has gone off. Does he come back on? Scott Wharton has it in his own box for Blackburn. It looks like he's not being called concussion, so he's actually got back on the pitch, which has to be a he's there waiting to come back on. Just making sure it definitely is getting on. He hasn't actually made his appearance back on the pitch yet. Scott Wharton has it in his own box still for Blackburn. I'm pretty sure he comes back on. There's no board being prepared. So Josh Windass, where the hell he's got the ball from the Blackburn defence, and he's managed to get in the box, but Tronstadt pulls it off him and runs towards the centre circle, pushes it to Bannon, grabs it in the Sheffield Wednesday defence, pushes it to Volks. Masaba down on the right side for Sheffield Wednesday now. Back to Volks. Oh, and Wednesday scored! Wednesday have scored! It's Blackburn 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1, and we're only in the 6th minute, and Blackburn are in trouble. Blackburn are in dire trouble now. What on earth are they going to do with now? Schmodix gets injured. He comes on, and within a minute of coming back on, it's Sheffield Wednesday that have took the lead. And we go back to the video. The video is about it looks like the video is about 2 minutes behind. It goes down to the right-hand corner for Sheffield Wednesday, and they kick it all the way full length of the pitch down their left-hand side, and it just gets it's almost just past the halfway line. That's a shot and a half. This, because they haven't started yet, I'm still on the video, which is a little bit behind. Blackburn did indeed attack down that side. Now it goes down the left for Sheffield Wednesday. Down left, big kick, just over halfway line. And what the devil is a goalie doing? He's in the middle of no man's land. Total idiot. Oh my God, what a goal. He's been lobbed from about 25 yards over his head into the back of the net. What was the goalkeeper doing on the byline? He was on the sideline, halfway down the pitch. He did a clearance badly, and it went straight to the Sheffield Wednesday guy. It looks who scored it. Josh Windass from about 25 yards. It might not be that far. Yeah, he kicks it out. The goalie heads it, and he just he turns and sees the fact that the goal is miles off his line, and the ball and the goalie end up in the back of the net. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. What a goal. You could see the face of the goalkeeper thinking, what have I done? It's just gone straight over his head. That is, and the fans, you can see the Blackburn fans just looking in disbelief. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you think it's funny. It's, oh my God, Blackburn have just equalised. I'm looking up. Blackburn have just equalised. What a game. How the hell did that happen? Blackburn were actually defending, and they've done exactly the same to Sheffield Wednesday. I want to see what the app is what 2 minutes ahead. It's now Blackburn 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. What were they going to do? They were going to equalise. My God. I don't know what I'm going to be doing by half time. I'm going to be hoarse. Hopefully you can hear the video to that side. I want to see. Oh, it went all the way to Wednesday goalkeeper, kicked it out, and then they've done 2 touches and it's gone into the box in one fell swoop. And from Blackburn's sort of right-hand side of the box for Blackburn, they've got the goal from the right-hand side of the box. It's not telling me who's... It's Schmodix. So Schmodix has scored after being injured. So Schmodix has equalised from almost centre just to the right-hand side of the box. A more traditional goal, I must admit. But my God, that was... I'm going to see that on here in a minute. The goalkeeper came out and tried to take it off him physically with his hands, and Schmodix has, just as the goalkeeper's going down, Schmodix has kicked it straight under him and into an empty net. This is starting to be a game of 2 poor goalkeepers, as Ugbo now gives it to Volt, and we're back to even Stevens. Icky in the defence pushes it forward, but Wharton grabs that one. Yeah, it was a clear. Once it got past the, he saw the goalkeeper go down. It was over his head, actually. Yeah, it went over his head, just tipped it over his head. So this is 2 lobs. 2 lobs in 6 minutes. I can't believe they've done that. That is. And Wednesday are just. Yeah, Wednesday are disbelief. The look of disbelief on their on the bench. Wednesday throw in. My God, 12 minutes. And we have a Wednesday throw in on their right-hand side. So Wednesday have a throw in on their right-hand side. Can we have it? I wonder if either the goalkeeper is actually going to improve. Now, both of the goals were definitely goalkeeper errors. Certainly the first one, straight over the goalie and into the net. What a lob. What an idiot a thing to do. It's Sunday League stuff. The goalkeeper went straight out to the far side of the pitch and headed it, and it went straight to Indas, who thought, well, net's open, and lobbed the Blackburn lobbed the Blackburn goalie. And straight to the other end 6 minutes later, doing exactly the same long pass. And Wednesday's goalkeeper decided, Wednesday's goalkeeper decided to come out and try and challenge Schmodix, but as he went down with his feet, Schmodix has tipped it over the top of him and straight in the net. That was just one hell of a 6 minutes. And we're back to 1-1. We're back to even Stevens. This is, if it's going to carry on like this, God only knows what the score's going to be at the end. Icky seems to have got a bit of a knock.
Well, plenty of relief for the Blackburn goalkeeper. Well, I know Sammy Schmodix won the game for Leeds last week for Blackburn at Leeds, but Ainsley Bears, man of the match performance, he will be mightily relieved that his team have replied so quickly.
Yeah, Pierce there is. I think he's extremely relieved that his team managed to get a goal to come back. That was certainly not a very good thing to do for a goalkeeper. That was very difficult. Let's have a look at some stats, shall we? Possession 46% to Blackburn, 54% to Sheffield Wednesday. Officially one shot, it is actually one shot each, and both have gone in the net. Although whether you call that, they're both lobs, so whether you call them real shots. 2 dangerous attacks to Blackburn, 4 to Sheffield Wednesday. And at the minute, we're just... Whoa. Icky was down. We now have a Sheffield Wednesday substitution. That's on the app, which is a minute and a half ahead. Yeah, Icky is off. Icky's got injured. He's now off. Personally, I actually think that was their defensive weak point. I would actually think this could be a blessing in disguise. I'm just waiting to see who's coming on instead of Icky. Still on his arse on the pitch at the minute. Oh, he's got up. Pointers there for Anthony Musaba, who is the top scorer in all competitions. He's pointing out the priming Musaba now to see what they want to do. So as Blackburn now, we're on the app. We're 2 minutes ahead, of course. So Blackburn with Callum Britton just outside the box. Doing 1-2s around the just outside the box, about 3 or 4 yards outside the box at the minute. Yeah, is that a free kick? Is that a free kick to Blackburn? If it is, it's just outside. No. Oh, it's poor. Famewo kicks it straight out. Well, is it? Valentin gets it in the Blackburn half, but then Blackburn managed to get it off him. Hyam now trying to build from the centre circle for Blackburn, but Will Volks takes it off him. Will Volks now passing it back to Wednesday's left side with Johnson. Tries a through ball down the left side, but Hyam kicks it sideways to Schmodix. Schmodix goes to the middle. Schmodix now gives it to Tronstadt, Dolan. I am actually trying to find who. Here we go. We've got who's coming on. So Diaby. Oh, Diaby's coming. You see, I actually would have preferred that anyway. So Diaby's on for Icky for Sheffield Wednesday. Schmodix now runs across the line, comes back across halfway, gives it to Hyam near the centre circle. Hyam kicks it to the left. Tronstadt now running with it, gives it to Costello. Yeah, it was a corner. Johnson grabs it, kicks it for Sheffield Wednesday, but it only goes as far as Costello near the halfway line. Costello to Tronstadt. Dolan runs forward near the game. He's getting quite close to the box, but Diaby grabs it from him. What's Diaby going to do with it? Diaby kicks it as far as he can, but it goes out for a Blackburn throw, which Hyam gets it, gives it to Tronstadt. Johnston grabs that through ball, but and gives it to Bannon. Bannon now in his own half. Left to Volks. Back to Johnston. Up to Ugbo, this side on the Wednesday side of the halfway line. Ugbo trying to do a couple of 1-2s. Pushes it forward to Musaba, but Britton grabs it off him. Where's he going to kick it? He's going to tap it sideways to Tronstadt. Tronstadt now. Tronstadt pushes it forward, but Famewo grabs it on the halfway line for Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday now with Famewo. Famewo kicks it, and it goes out for a Blackburn throw, and somehow they managed to push it back and straight across to Wharton on the Blackburn left. They kept it in, or is it throwing?
Any respect, really. Managing to negotiate what could have been an awkward situation for him. Good touch that.
So on the video, which is about 2 minutes behind, we'll see what happens there because it's stopped on the app. Oh, they're actually wanting a penalty for that, but that's outside the box. There's no way that Blackburn would have got a penalty for that. That's why they that's why the app stopped. They were wondering whether that was going to get called for a penalty. It hasn't, so they should be carrying on and carry on with the video as Sheffield Wednesday have the ball. They're going across the halfway line. Musaba, he's on the left-hand side. Can he cross it? No, fails. Kicks it, but they get it off him. Yeah, didn't really watch the ball very well. And Firmino grabs the. It was a Blackburn attempt to clearance come past, but Firmino grabs it and pushes it in an attempt to get it down Wednesday's left, and it goes out for the throw-in to Blackburn. Throw it in, and they'll now pass it along the back line. So the back line now passing it. They're going 1-2s along the back. Tries a long ball, and we've got their number 2, Wednesday number 2, heads it back to the goalie to be cleared down the middle. It's about a ping-pong ball in the middle. We have Blackburn heading it forward. Wednesday kicked it back. Blackburn kicked it back, and then Wednesday kicks it down the side. But back pass from Blackburn, and let's reset up my. So Barry Bannon now across the line. Gallagher takes it off him. Gallagher now for Blackburn. Tries to through a ball, but Firmino again, he's been really good. It kicks forward, Blackburn pass it back, and then Bannon kicks it back into the Blackburn area. Pearce grabs it back there and gives it to Carter. It's a little bit messy now. It's getting a little bit ping-pong bally. Costello for Blackburn, trying to slow the game down now. Britton, Tronstadt, through ball to Dolan as it goes across the line. He tries keeping it in their half, Gallagher. They're trying to just find the gaps now. Schmodix, right in the centre circle. Tries the left-hand side, Pickering. Dolan, can Trees Dolan cross it? No, pass it back to Tronstadt instead. Still down that left-hand side for Blackburn. Tronstadt, Pickering now coming into it with Tronstadt and Dolan all making a sort of threesome there. Dolan at the corner, passing it, giving up on that one. They're going to go down the middle with Carter and then Britton down the right-hand side. They're probing quite well now about Blackburn. Carter back into their own defence. Hyam and Wharton. Won't be surprised if it goes back to the goalkeeper now. But Scott Wharton, his own area, just passing it around the back end as Pearce kicks it forward, but Volks will gather that one. As Blackburn now 54% of possession. Volks passes it to Valentine, who's actually in front of him. Diaby, so they're not quite keeping in position, Sheffield Wednesday. Palmer. Pass it across to Firmino. Johnson on the left-hand side for Sheffield Wednesday. Johnson on the Sheffield Wednesday left now. And what's he going to do? I'm looking like completely the opposite side to Palmer and then back into Diaby in the middle. Diaby in the middle, passing it back to Bannon. Why is Bannon that far back? I don't understand. Firmino on the left-hand side, who's actually several yards ahead of Bannon. Bannon again, and tries giving a through ball, but this is ridiculous. 3 or 4 passes between each other. They're just kicking. They're kicking it and heading it, and it's like ping pong ball in the Blackburn half at the minute. Johnson's going to try, I believe. Was it going to an advert? Johnson's going to try and do something, but it goes out for a Blackburn throw halfway in the Blackburn half. Oh. So Palmer to Diaby. Costello grabs it, but loses it immediately to Diaby, who loses immediately to Tronstadt. Not very good play at the minute. Not very good play at all. Tronstadt, what's he going to do in his own half for Blackburn? Tronstadt has the ball. Passing it 1-2 along the back line. My video has just gone down. Hyam gives it across to Wharton. Scott Wharton now on the Blackburn left. Gallagher nearly had a chance there. Goes to Dolan. He does a 1-2 with Gallagher and back to Tronstadt. Palmer now cuts it out, kicks it, but Gallagher grabs it back. Gallagher in the middle of the park. What's he going to do? He passes it back to Tronstadt. Tronstadt's been quite good on that back. He's been quite solid. There is again Sundry Tronstadt, but then he passes it through. But Bannon grabs it, runs across the halfway line, and Tronstadt clatters into him. But Ugbo will get the ball going again, and Costello manages to cut him out. And Costello now running around over to the right-hand side. Goes out for a Wednesday throw-in halfway in the Wednesday half. Johnson, Famewo on the left for Wednesday. Goes out for but he goes over the line. It's a Blackburn throw-in just over the halfway line. Just over halfway, a Blackburn throw-in. Yes, with Famewo back to Johnson. Johnson tries a through ball, but Blackburn kick that one back out. Carter back into the Wednesday half, and then they manage to kick it back again, but Carter grabs it for a second time. Carter pushes it to Schmodix. Can he do anything with it? He tries to lay down the left-hand side to Gallagher, Costello, Hyam. So they're still in. I'm going to restart that one. Still in the Wednesday half. Comes back to Scott Wharton. They're just trying to keep keep the ball at the minute. It's a game of trying not to go back into that ping pong ball attitude that we've been having for the last 10 minutes. It's 27 minutes, 25 seconds. Pass it down to Schmodix on the left. Schmodix seems to be playing quite well down that left-hand side, and he's playing pretty well with Gallagher. So Schmodix tries running down the left. A couple of little touches with Gallagher. And we have a free kick to Blackburn, I think that is. So see what that is. It's roughly on halfway line. On their left-hand side. Right, Beadle grabs it right on the his far right-hand side of the box. What's he going to do with that? He's going to probably just try and slow the game down with the looks of it. So he's going to try and slow the game down, Beadle. Try and get back into here. Must go and just see the internet box because it's oh, sorry, Matt. I'm sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to do it. So hopefully we get a bit more signal. Yeah, for link one. Right, okay. Beetle now. I'll just restart things. Hi. So, Joe. Everything's stopped at the minute. I just seem to be... My internet's just played up. At the minute, Sheffield Wednesday are just passing it around the back. Any team that you support? Scott Wharton now has it in his own arse. Scott Wharton now has it on the left-hand side for Blackburn. As Blackburn will try and if they go to plan, they'll probably keep the ball and try doing the slow play from the back. They've been doing that quite. Oh, but he loses it to Windass. Windass on the right-hand side for Wednesday was just taking it straight off him in the Blackburn half. Not a good position to lose it to a player like Windass. But he's great back off him. Scott Wharton's great back off him somehow. I don't know how. And he passes it forward to Pickering, and it goes a quick tackle there, and it goes out for a Blackburn throw. Comes into Tronstadt. Pickering on the left-hand side. They take it across the halfway line. Pickering now for Blackburn Rovers across the halfway line. 30 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. And I put that on there to see if I can get a bit more signal on that one. A bit of a loss to get a signal there. Scott Wharton gets into the box. Oh, tries a... Johnson grabs it, pushes it forward again, but Blackburn found offside. So that's nearly there. Nearly. Anybody wants to make a comment, please do. I'm... Bobo Diaby kicks it, and it's a Blackburn throw-in right next to the box. So now Blackburn are going to have a decent chance of reaching the box from there. They usually do. Let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to do it short, or are they going to do it long? As my video screen's gone out the wall. Blackburn are going to throw. Come on, take the throw-in. Blackburn now on the left-hand side. Still waiting for the throw. All my stats have now gone to the wall. Great. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. See what we can get. Oh, Pickering. Oh, they've finally thrown it in. It's Pickering to Tronstadt on the left-hand side for Blackburn. Tronstadt to Dolan. Dolan now. Costello's shot, but it's blocked on the line. Bounces away, but they're kicking out Wednesday, and it's a Blackburn throw on the right-hand side this time for Blackburn. Hopefully they take this one a bit quicker than they did the last one. So Blackburn now throw in from the right-hand side. You need an internet connection. Gives it to Callum Britton. Callum Britton kicks it across. It's a bad cross, goes all the way out to the other side for Masaba to gather. Tries pushing it forward for Sheffield Wednesday, but Scott Wharton manages to grab that one. And it goes out for a Sheffield Wednesday throw-in as he gets tackled on the line. So it's on the right-hand side for Sheffield Wednesday in their own half. We have a throw-in for Sheffield Wednesday. Tronstadt kicks it forward, but Palmer grabs it, gives it to Valentin. Sheffield Wednesday can now try and get across that halfway line. Not been doing it very often since their goal. Musaba, Bannon, Johnson down the left-hand side, but then Costello grabs it from him. But Windass tackles him, but Costello just gathers the ricochet, passes it forward, but Diaby intercepts that and kicks it out for a Blackburn throw-in on halfway. So Blackburn Rebels now on the halfway line. Another throw-in. As I try and reset my video, which is not happening. Blackburn throw-in. Blackburn seem to be taking the time with throwing it. He gives it away. Valentin eventually gets it. Schmodix grabs it, gives it to Gallagher. Gallagher on the right-hand corner. Gallagher now crosses it, but Valentin pushes it out only as far as Tronstadt, just on the Wednesday side of the halfway line. Tronstadt now on the left-hand side kicks it, but it goes out for a Wednesday throw-in. Wednesday throwing on their right-hand side. Can they get across the halfway line? I think is the question here. Kick it forward. Tronstadt grabs it, gives it back, gets taken off him by Ugbo, gives it back to Windass. Windass now in the centre circle. Gives it to Barry Bannon, passes it back to Volks, and pass it all the way back to Beadle, and then try and build down the right-hand side again with Palmer. Palmer gives it to Volks. Oh, and right into the box with Windass. Windass now, what's he going to do? Callum Britton takes it off him. He's going to kick that. He must kick that out. We're only on the 365 app at the minute. Callum Britton, his header, I think he's headed it back to the goalie, and it's going to be a Blackburn goal kick. That was very, very close there for by Sheffield Wednesday. That was a really good through ball. Windass there, well clear and on goal, but fortunately the back line was just capable of stopping it. Goal kick. Oh, Gallagher loses it, and Volks can try and intercept that and kicks it forward, but Hyam intercepts that one in the Blackburn back line, passes it back to the goalkeeper, Ainsley Pearce. Hyam, Gallagher. Palmer intercepts that one in the Wednesday half. Palmer passes it forward, but Hyam grabs that. So we're doing well with Hyam. Hyam's doing a nice solid work at the back for Blackburn at the minute. A few 1-2s in the Blackburn half. Blackburn are trying to just calm the game down. Passes it forward again, and Will Volks grabs it in the centre circle. Passes it back to Windass. Is he going to get? Diaby's going to come in on that one, and then Famewo now in his own half on the left-hand side, runs to the left-hand side. Famewo trying to get a little bit more. He's trying to get some more space down the left-hand side, but finding it difficult. I think that's a free kick. That can be a free kick, I think, to Sheffield Wednesday. So we are on the 38th minute. Well, while they get that in, we're going to just quickly nip away. We've got possession 59% to Blackburn, 41% to Sheffield Wednesday. 2 shots by Blackburn, 1 on target, 1 goal. Sheffield Wednesday, 1 target, 1 shot, 1 on goal, and 1 goal. So that's pretty good. 60-40 possession at the minute. XG, if you're interested, 0.24 for Blackburn, 0.02 to Sheffield Wednesday. Both of these goals so far have come from keeper errors as Sam Gallagher passes it forward. That first error by the Blackburn keeper, the lob over the lob over the keeper's head was just phenomenal. How Sheffield Wednesday managed to get the chance of just lobbing it straight over his head. He was totally out of the box by tens of yards and just ended up trying to pedal back as fast as he could, but failed. And then at the other end, you had the Wednesday keeper come out to try and grab the ball from Tronstadt's feet, only for him to lob the ball straight over his head. So 2 mistakes by the goalkeeper as Sondre Tronstadt now plays it across the halfway line for Blackburn Rovers. Tronstadt and been clattered into another free kick. And it goes in. Scott Wharton right on the far left of the box. Can he get away from the defenders? It didn't look like it at the minute. He's going to perhaps play it back. Oh, we've got our video back. So that's that. I've finally got my video back. Scott Wharton. The video is, of course, slightly, it's about 2 minutes behind. 40 minutes 37 there. 38 minutes 52 on the video. That's that. As Diaby has it. Diaby's taken it in his own box. Probably try and give that a good kick, I should think, as we enter into the 41st minute. Diaby trying to cool it down along the back line. He's not gonna kick it out. He's gonna try and play it along the back. And then pass it forward to Johnson on the left, but Carter grabs that, intercepts that, the second kick. But Johnson manages to take it off his feet, and he can try and build from just over the Blackburn halfway. And Sheffield Wednesday now getting it across the halfway line for the first time in several minutes. I'm going to have another free kick, this time to Sheffield Wednesday. It's again a little bit heated out there. There's not a lot in it, but there's a lot of very, very firm tackles. And they say Rotherham are a hard side to beat. It goes down to Bannon, who crosses it in. It was a short sideways free kick down to Bannon. Bannon then crossed it in from the left-hand side, but the goalie picked that one out of the air quite nicely. So goal kick for Blackburn. Blackburn 1, Wednesday 1. Wednesday going ahead through a lob following an extremely poor mistake by the goalkeeper, only for Blackburn to equalise from a slight mistake by the Wednesday goalkeeper. So 2 mistakes making the 2 goals so far. Costello has it in the Blackburn half, tries kicking it out to the left, but the Wednesday midfield tap it over the line for a Blackburn throw-in in their own half. Blackburn throw-in on the Blackburn left. It's getting a little bit heated out there. There's some bad tempers. We've already had an almost concussion for the Blackburn striker. and we've had Iki go off injured for Sheffield Wednesday. This is getting a little bit, a little bit too heated. I think the ref needs to start to hand out a few yellow cards here as Bannon pushes it forward for. It gets quickly rebuffed by Blackburn, but Liam Palmer grabs it on the left, on the right for Sheffield Wednesday, prods it forward to Valentin. Valentin passes it back to Musaba, back to Famewo. It's now back in the centre circle with Diaby. Sheffield Wednesday trying to play it along that midfield. Bannon pushes it forward, but that's far too easy for the goalie to just kick out, and he kicks it across the halfway line from Famewo to now carry on the attack for Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday now starting. Are they going to start to try and get back in it? Famewo trying to pick a few slots to push it on the left. It looks like he's got a free kick on the left. So wait for that. He's actually going to tap it back to Volks, and then he tries a through ball across the centre circle, but Sam Gallagher grabs that one, intercepts it. So Gallagher now trying to play a few taps, 1-2s between his the other colleagues in midfield. Tronstadt being one of them. Tronstadt there, he's been quite a constant pain in Sheffield Wednesday arse in that midfield. As we see, it's 7 minutes extra time. God knows. Well, yeah, we've had a few tackling, firm tackles, shall we say, in this game so far. Now it's 7 minutes extra time, 45 minutes and 28 seconds so far. So 6.5 minutes to go. Beadle kicks it out as it's threaded through. And then it's a little bit of a ping pong. Valentin eventually calms it down, gives it to Musaba, and then loses it to Dolan. And Treese Dolan intercepts that and passes it. He's going to play it along. I think he's going to play it back. He's going to play it back to the defensive line, which isn't that far. It's quite close to the halfway line. So Blackburn are playing quite high up. As Sheffield Wednesday get a quick throw in, Blackburn intercept it, kick it back, and he goes out again for a throw in. Ugbo, Pickering blasting each other. I thought might get a yellow card there, but it comes off to Gallagher. Gallagher runs with it. Britton threads it forward, but Diaby grabs it in the Wednesday half. This is getting quite. It's still heated. It's far too. The tackles are going in left, right, and centre. And it's in danger of boiling over in places. Volks now in their own half. Volks gives it to Johnson. Who knows? I don't think anybody wants it. They're all starting to play pretty poor. I mean, I support Rotherham, so we never think about the Premier League. I'm not keen on Manchester City, but I think that they might be the ones to do it. I don't like their manager. Pompous ass. That's my version. I think he's just too pompous. I think the way he looked the other yesterday, wasn't it? And if you see him when they on the touchline, he just looked too pompous. Oh, Wednesday had a good chance there. Wednesday threaded it through. Costello took it right at the last minute. That would have been a cracking ball. Palmer was running in with Volts hot tailing it behind. Costello tried to pass it out, and then again Palmer tried to get another shot on goal, but the goalie just picks that one out of the air. It's getting quite close down here. Yeah, I'm not. I like a good manager that can get be part of the crowd and part of the supporters. Really, I think that too many of them are just in it for the money and just too pompous. Right, Blackburn goal kick. And at half time, we will I'm just going to go and try and get my video, my live stream back up and running. As Carter now plays it down the right-hand side for Blackburn. Hayden Carter down the right-hand side. I'll give a quick... Oh, he's lost it to Famewo, and Famewo from nowhere is on the edge of the box trying to find some support, and he doesn't seem to be able to get any support at the minute. You have to pass it back into the midfield. A couple of midfield taps there. Famewo still sort of in there. Passes it back all the way back to Beadle, and then Volks and Gallagher grabs it from him, but Famewo are now on the halfway line, grabs it. Volks gets the ball, but gets clattered into, and Gallagher will run away with that one on the right-hand side for Blackburn. Volks did go down, gave a couple of rolls on the ground, and then stood up, and the game carried on. Surprisingly enough, I've not seen many players do that, but he didn't play on the injury this time, at least. But Gallagher has the ball. It looks like he's gone back and given a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. So right on the halfway line. 50 minutes. So we've got 2 minutes left. Right, Callum Britton has managed to grab the ball, runs down the right-hand side for Blackburn Rovers. What's he going to do with this? Is he going to get it? Are they going to get a crossing, or is he going to pass it back? Typically, they pass it back. 55% possession now for Blackburn. There's 1-2s in midfield. Blackburn appear to be just wanting to keep the ball alive for the last minute. They don't appear to be doing very much with it. As Callum Britton's still sort of in the mix in the midfield, not particularly doing anything with it. Hayden Carter tries pushing it forward, but Famewo passes it back to the Wednesday goalkeeper, who can try and kick that out into the midfield. So Wednesday now trying to build from the back. So Wednesday going to try and build from the back. As we go 1-0, that is supposed to be half time. So we'll just carry on while the referee is going to look at his watch as Wednesday play in defence. I think they're quite, at the minute, Wednesday, both of them have actually, they've given up for the halfway. They definitely stopped for the half time there before even the referee decided to blow it. And it's half time, and it's Blackburn Rovers 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. So we shall, I'm going to just give you the commentary on that one.
Very good goals, one apiece at the break.
And you can listen to that while I go get a drink. Hopefully you can hear that one.
Grabbed the first goal, what a goal as well. Ainsley Percy come to clear his
That's that
line.
one. So we shall
when Josh Windass,
just want to do something first, and we're back in a second. We may do a couple of World Football Net table permutations. Just be back in a second.
Played it by Britain, a lovely crisp right foot finish. And he was marking his Blackburn Rovers 1. Sheffield Wednesday 1. It was the Aussie who had the first goal. What a goal as well. Easily Pezzi come to clear his line. He was back pending towards his own goal. When Josh Windass, a beautiful half volley from the long range, caught him out. Nothing really Pezzi done wrong, just an exceptional finish on the half. Sammy Smodic though was hit back for Blackburn in the inside back position, played it by Britain, a lovely crisp rifle finish. And he would Partridge, Blackburn Rovers 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1.
It's garbage.
The grabbed the first goal, lost the goal as well. Easily Pezzi come to clear his line.
Yeah, don't anybody get tube. If anybody wants tube, don't bother. It's garbage internet. Really is rubbish internet. It's supposed to be 900 gig. It isn't. It's I think I got 750 K. So we've got plenty of thumbs up. I'm happy about that. That's good. If you want to subscribe, then please subscribe as well. If anybody wants to go through the World Football Net predictions, we can go through the predictions now. Just say that you're interested, and we can do that. So I'm going to try and get that in some sort of position where it can see the internet. How sad is that? Yeah, don't go tube. Tube is awful. The first goal was just ridiculous. I mean, if anybody actually see that goal, the Wednesday goalkeeper, Sheffield Wednesday's Windass just came hurtling towards the goalkeeper as he came out of the box and he was right on the sideline and he headed the ball to a Wednesday player and he tapped it sideways to Windass, who was coming in like a rocket. And then the pair of them just tried running back to the goal. Well, the goalkeeper tried running back to go backtracking to the goal as Windass just lobbed it straight over him. And he ended up in the back of the net with the ball. And it was just hilarious. The other side, you've got Schmodix descending on goal after being almost knocked out just shortly earlier. And he got the ball in the box, and the Wednesday goalkeeper, Beadle, dropped down to try and almost grab the ball from his feet. But as he went down to get the ball, Schmodix just tipped it over the top of him. So again, another goalkeeping mistake straight into the back of the net. And both goals are definitely, in my eyes, the subsequent of a goalkeeper error. So both have been goalkeeper errors to me. I don't know what you think. Anybody got any ideas of what you think? I think the goalkeeper, certainly for the first one, but the Wednesday goalkeeper was partially in the wrong for trying to grab the ball from Schmodic's feet. Just seemed to get lobbed over his head as he dove down to the ground to try and grab the ball from Schmodic's feet. So both have been goalkeeper lobs. I'll try and go into this. Yeah, both have been goalkeeper lobs, and it's been quite difficult. I wonder what that really does for the game, because I think technically that takes Blackburn out of the Yeah, it would make Blackburn relatively uncatchable. Wednesday can. Yeah, but they all now have 44 games, don't they? I think that Huddersfield, Plymouth wouldn't be able to. No, I think with the games they've got, it makes Blackburn pretty safe, even though they have got two difficult games. So a draw at the minute, it's more helpful to the Blackburn side. That means that certain sides that could, like Birmingham, for instance, could win one game and be ahead of them on goal difference. Now they can't, because they've got that. Blackburn would have that extra point. So at the minute, it's a little bit. I wouldn't say dirty. It's just very firm and very hard, and the players. It's been a game of hard tackles since the whistle. I think within a minute we had Schmodics down after about 6 minutes. We had Icky down within a minute, I think. There's been players going down left, right, and centre. To be honest, I did think Schmodics was going to be. Taken off for for concussion, but it didn't happen. And Schmodics has been playing rather well, so I'm sort of happy that that's. I'm happy he's still in. It gives it a bit more to the game. He's been playing quite well especially since he tapped it over the give a lob over the Wednesday goalkeeper to get Blackburn back in it. If I go into here, if we put a 1-1 against the game here, I've got the table calculator in front of me. Let's put a 1-1 in there and give it a calculate. See, now we have Sheffield Wednesday in 22nd place on 23 points. Oh, sorry, 23 points. Okay, that's 23 wins. Where are we? Widen the screen a little bit. So I'm trying to see myself as well as that. So 45 points, Sheffield Wednesday. We've got 46 Birmingham, 48 Plymouth, and then we have 3 on 50, which is Blackburn, Stoke, and QPR. Now you got to remember that Plymouth could have got 2 easy-ish games winnable, which could take them above any one of those 3, Blackburn, Stoke, and QPR. Birmingham obviously play Huddersfield, so they could quite easily get 49, but then can they get a point against Norwich? They may be on the beach and they may be resting players, so it isn't a foregone conclusion that they would lose against Norwich. But then you'd have to be thinking which one of the bottom 2, Sheffield Wednesday or Huddersfield, be able to get to 50 points. At the minute, that would mean Huddersfield would have to win both their games, and at the minute, if you look at their games, they're highly unlikely to win both of them. Sheffield Wednesday, they play West Brom, but it's at home. They're very good at home. They could be in a position where West Brom are actually not. Again, not playing their full team just to try and wait for the playoffs to start. And their next game is against Sunderland, which would be quite. That's more of an easy game, I think. If there is an easy game at the bottom, which I don't think there ever is. But I think you can only really hope for 4 points. Sheffield Wednesday, which would take them to 49. So that basically puts just Plymouth and Birmingham in the mix at the minute. Although Plymouth 48 points, yeah. If Wednesday just win 1, that puts Sheffield Wednesday equal with Plymouth, but Plymouth have a minus 11 goal difference. Sheffield Wednesday have a minus 31. So that's not going to happen. So in essence, Plymouth are out of it because of the goal difference.
when Josh Windass, a beautiful half volley from the long range.
Interesting that my app is actually pulling out the Everton game. When I play Sheffield Wednesday and Blackburn, it should give me the Blackburn game, and it's not. It's giving me the Everton game. It's a good job I have the Bet365 as well, isn't it? So, what time we on? We're on 34. It will be just a little bit longer for half time. 2 corners to Blackburn, 1 corner to Sheffield Wednesday. What are the odds at the minute? 6-4 against Blackburn, 3-1 against Sheffield Wednesday. They're still for Blackburn, but the odds have certainly shortened. It's a draw is 7-5. Does that balance off with the stats? 0.28 xG for Blackburn, 0.15 Sheffield Wednesday. 54% possession to Blackburn. And we have. So that's. I've just had a quick look at the table there. Let's pull that out a little bit more. because I'm going to have a look at this because what we've got there. That's. We're not bothered about the Leeds Middlesbrough. Anything from week 38? No. And so we can go to week 45. Week 45, what do we have? Well, I've got Sheffield Wednesday, West Brom. Let's just say West Brom win that one. So we've got Sheffield Wednesday 1, West Brom 2. Blackburn Rovers against Coventry. I can't see. I think Coventry will probably win that 1-0. Plymouth Argyle versus Millwall. Millwall been doing quite well at home. I'll go 1-0 to Millwall. Watford, Sunderland, Huddersfield, Birmingham. This is the difficult one. Birmingham have been hot and cold, as have Huddersfield, but I just think Huddersfield have been playing more often than not. It's been Birmingham that's been playing good football. I'm going to go with Huddersfield 0, Birmingham 1. So we've got the Birmingham, we've got Huddersfield, we've got Sheffield Wednesday, and we've got Plymouth. So let's go to the last week. And we have Sunderland versus, I think Sunderland 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1, because Sheffield Wednesday will be able to win that one. I don't think Birmingham are going to win against Norwich. I think that it's going to be probably a 2-0 win to Norwich. Forget the QPR game, they're well out of it. Ipswich 2, Huddersfield 0. I can't see them getting anything there. Leicester 3, Blackburn 1. Plymouth, they're not too bad at home, and Hull City won't be playing for anything. I mean, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Plymouth. If I calculate that, we give a drum roll. We have, because we've got Blackburn winning today, we have Huddersfield in 23rd on 44 points, Sheffield Wednesday in 22nd on 48 points, and Birmingham in 21st on 49 points, followed by Stoke, QPR, and Blackburn on 50. So it's, wow, it's an interesting one. At the minute, we've got viewing is an Everton corner. We've actually got Everton versus Forest on here. They had a bit of a tussle in the box. The referee's coming across to tell them all off.
games, brought him out. Nothing really pleasant done wrong, just an exceptional finish on the half volley. Sammy Smodic, though, was hit back for Blackburn in the inside.
There's a fair amount of tussling here. Somebody's going to get a yellow card in the middle. It's wrestling.
Kick off for the second half.
Oh, dear.
It's one apiece.
Come across. Dink.
Yeah, sun's still shining. Pitch still looks awesome. Every reason that we should get a good game of football.
They go back as that game starts again.
What I noticed the first half, Wednesday really didn't pass the ball well, and that's not going to help.
It's a bit of a ping pong ball. It's a bit of a ping pong ball, to be honest. Firmino has the ball for Sheffield Wednesday.
They created the best opportunities at that half, goals aside.
So Diaby for Wednesday on their left-ish.
I think
so Diaby backs it back sideways to Beadle. Beadle now passing it 1-2 in it with the back line.
They just don't seem to.
Kicks it forward, but it goes out for a Blackburn throw-in their own half. Gallagher pushes it forward, but Diaby grabs it. Schmodic grabs it straight off him and runs towards the centre of the area. He's going to run down to the almost to the box, passes it to the left to Pickering, passes it back to Tronstadt, kicks it in just at the edge of the right side of the box for Callum Britton. Callum Britton, as I try and get something else going, Callum Britton now. He's being clattered into. Yeah, another firm tackle. See what I mean? Another firm tackle. Callum Britton is now injured.
Quite adapt to him. But yeah, for Blackburn, Smollitt's side, it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. Now, if you've got a great big hulking striker, I think.
So Callum Britton's still on the ground.
Want to get the ball into the box. But they're not playing to get crosses in. You know, they're playing with wing backs today. But I don't think we've seen Pickering much over the halfway line.
Still injured.
And or Britain, really. So they've got front three.
So we've still got injury with Callum Britton there,
pockets, which is great.
Taken out in
that's it.
Final third of the pitch, trying to cross it for Blackburn into the Wednesday box.
Given enough ball to feed on to drive. So it does seem like a strange system, really. John Buckley looks like he is warming up now, getting ready.
Yeah, Buckley instead of Britton, the looks of it.
Anyway, we had a lot of stoppages in the first half. That added to 7 minutes at the break.
Yeah, we're still out. We're still out with Callum Britton. Doesn't look like Callum Britton's going to be coming back on.
It's been an all right game of football. This it's not been any sort of world beater. Really, but it's been decent enough.
Oh, what have we got in a minute? We've still got Callum. We're still out for the. This is going to take. This is going to take a little bit of time because there's going to be quite a bit of extra time at the end. As we see, Callum Britton is still off injured.
A little sort of defensive ploy, really. Defensive stance, if you like.
Right. Okay. They're back underway, and Gallagher can gather it on the left-hand side for Blackburn.
Well, they played back underway. Could do without these stoppages, really, but anyway.
Plenty of stoppages, I think. So we've got Gallagher. He's going to try and pass it. Yeah, he's just passing it back, but tries spreading it for the Diaby, who then sort of heads it towards the goalie for him to pick up. And Wednesday can build.
Looks like Britain's all right now.
Lost the
video. He just gone down.
Sheffield Wednesday goal kick.
Just looks all right. The ball's gone out. That looks like it might be a Sheffield Wednesday corner there. Again, innocuous.
Oh, Costello.
Looked
Shot on goal for Blackburn, comes back out. Costello grabs it again. Costello outside the box. He crosses it in, but Beadle grabs that one out the air.
Back in Costello, edge of the box, head down, shot blocked away at source by Ugbo. And Bannon looking to find him, but
Johnson there.
Costello picks that ball up.
Johnson there can build from the back. Tries pushing it forward, but Carter grabs it for Blackburn, and then Tronston grabs it. Bannon intercepts.
Anyway, play goes on.
Sheffield Wednesday can try and attack from the midfield. Pushes it forward, but Carter grabs it back in defence. Good defence by Carter at there. Passing it back, but he tries too hard, pushes it across to the right-hand side after a tackle, and then Sheffield Wednesday have a throw-in equal with the penalty area.
There's a decent crowd behind that goal. Sheffield Wednesday
trying a couple of other things, but yeah, Sheffield Wednesday lining up for a throw-in. This is, will this go long or will this go short?
Blackburn Rovers 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Referee having a word with Bannon now. Windass don't know.
It's going to go short. Kicked across to Valentine on the right-hand side. Tried to swap sides there. Goes in, cross goes in. Costello grabs it. I'll turn that one back on.
In the end,
Pierce now for Blackburn in the middle of in his area. So
between he and Walton, there's a bit of a clash of heads. So again, more
defense.
time.
So we've got Blackburn in defence.
Taking a look at this. First ball headed in the air.
Just doing 1-2s along the back now, trying to just calm the situation down.
Coming together. And I guess Walton did enough to put Diaby off. Diaby on the ice for the ball. But he nodded down, Walton headed up. And
Diaby's now injured again.
In the meanwhile,
so another tackle gets another injury. This is getting ridiculous. There's far too many hard tackles.
Premier League, we've started Everton and Nottingham Forest. A horrible season for Everton. We've got Everton fans in the office, and it's like constant.
Diaby now down. There's going to be a good 10 minutes extra time at this rate. It's quite ridiculous.
With all this, that, and the others, then you hit bad form as well. But they're probably going to have to sell Jared Branthwaite next season.
Diaby still injured. We're getting far too many injuries here.
But anyway,
this time it's a Sheffield Wednesday player. This time it's Diaby. Diaby's down.
Right now he's going to come back on. And Diaby's still getting a bit of treatment. He's a substitute already. Icky picked up a knot and Diaby came on. Now Diaby's injured. This isn't looking good for the defence for Sheffield Wednesday. They're giving as much as they take. They really are. Showing us that Windass goal. Absolutely beautiful. Watch that all day.
Yeah, the Windass goal was just amazing. I haven't seen it. Go and have a look at it. The Windass lob was amazing. The Schmodic's lob was equally as good, but it was just a shorter lob and not from as far.
Diaby's still getting treatment. A good chance to look at that. Elsewhere in Serie A, it finished Sassuolo 0, Lecce 3. And in La Liga, they're closing in at half time.
Diaby injured. This is only going to benefit Blackburn. So as it is at the minute, Blackburn 1, Wednesday 1. It will take Blackburn to enough points to the 50 points is enough for them to be technically safe because of the teams below them and who they play. Especially when you consider that Huddersfield play Birmingham, so it's the Huddersfield-Birmingham game it keeps one below one of those teams at least, or perhaps both if it's a draw below Blackburn Rovers, and it means that there will be just one place left that can technically catch them, which would be Sheffield Wednesday. But they would have to win both their games, one against against West Brom. Right, okay, we've carried on now. So Dolan will take it. Dolan's on the left-hand side for right-hand side now. Move across the right for Blackburn.
They hold a good line between that three.
And he's clattered in too. Is it? This is a game of okay. Sheffield Wednesday are going to make a substitution.
Iofa will come on for Diaby.
Iofa for Diaby. Now we've had a central defender go out in Iki. Diaby came in. He's injured. He's gone out for Iofa. So Wednesday are running through their defenders like butter today. But it's mainly because
he might have broken his nose there, I think it could be something like that. Anyway, Dominic Iofa does come on for Sheffield Wednesday.
Ainsley Pearce kicks it forward. Iofa now back to Windass, and we're starting to try and build from midfield, but then Carter grabs that, intercepts that, and he can try and push it forward through the centre circle to Tronstadt in the middle, in the centre. Pass it back to Pickering.
Said that much, and then he's giving the ball away. Trying to win it back.
Pickering
but
for Blackburn.
Rovers use it quickly.
Play a few back passes and side passes. Dolan pushes it forward by Iofa. Now on the right hand side, he loses it to Pickering. He kicks across him, but Famewo grabs it, passes it sideways to the right for Iofa. Iofa then further to the right on the wing for Palmer. Palmer on the right wing. Trying his best to find a way past the defense. Oh, and it's a Wednesday goal! Wednesday has scored straight from Iofa down from the right hand side, and it just listen to this as we go through.
It's a chance, it's an opportunity, it's put in the back of the net by Johnston, and Wednesday have regained the lead.
Just straight through.
The ball coming from the right. We haven't seen much of Marvin Johnston. I was talking about wing backs who didn't get forward, but they would go set at the far post.
And all of a sudden, we've got Blackburn are back in trouble.
Johnson then side foot right into the back of the net.
It's just side straight through the defence.
A little goal for them in their season,
and
perhaps.
Totally against the run of play.
For the second time.
What Wednesday usually do now is they put a wall up at the back, and they will. On 58 minutes, they're most likely going to put that wall up. They'll pull the two wing backs further back, and they'll go from a back three to a back five. Usually, that's what they do. Absolutely unbelievable.
When Masaba puts the ball in, he's in the box, and so are three others.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 touches, crossed it into the middle of the box, and then straight in the back from the left-hand side, central left-hand side of the box. And Wednesday go 2-1 in the lead.
Really good cross there.
So Wednesday in the lead now.
They're celebrating with their fans on that side. Said as it stands, they would haul themselves out the bottom.
Yeah, still celebrating.
Leapfrog Birmingham City.
Birmingham are now in trouble. Blackburn are now in trouble.
Would now be on 49 points.
Wednesday are.
There's work to do then for Blackburn.
Not safe, but you got to remember that they play Wednesday play West Brom and Birmingham play Huddersfield. So the two teams below Sheffield Wednesday now will be playing each other.
And the complexion of the game has changed again. Blackburn 1, Sheffield Wednesday 2. The goal time.
So wait for the centre circle. Wait for the kick-off again.
The
As we
goal
kick off with Blackburn.
Into the season. You can stay fit with monumental, and then you get a chance.
Well, we got 53% possession to Blackburn, 47% possession to Sheffield Wednesday. 4 shots, 3 on target for Wednesday, 5 shots, 2 on target for Blackburn. 3 corners to Blackburn, 1 corner to Sheffield Wednesday.
We'll break back, but it's a little bit lazy from Spodic.
Blackburn going on another Wednesday player, and they get a yellow card, so that's he's starting to, is he going to start pulling out the yellow cards, we asked, because it's certainly requiring a little bit more.
The challenge of Wharton, he played his part.
60 minutes, we've got a player down for Blackburn, but he gets up. Windass grabs it. Ow! Wharton. Who's going to make the best? They're just kicking hell out of each other. And he passes it forward to, but Palmer intercepts that pass. Wednesday offside. That would have been close. That would have been close to 3-1.
He could have rolled around and got his team.
Nearly got onto 3-1 there.
Opposite player,
But it was offside.
But he didn't do any of that. I think he realised that rather than do anything.
Is he going to realise there's nearly a shot on goal here?
They might create something out of it, and they sure did.
Wharton, Hyam, back to Piers.
Kicking the ball away that got him carded.
Wharton.
A bit of frustration from him.
Kicks it forward, but Iorfa grabs it in his own half.
2
Volks.
chances, 1 goal, 1 was saved, but was brilliant in both.
Volks on the right-hand side for Sheffield Wednesday.
It's like a one-man attack.
Kicks it forward, but Hyam grabs it in his own half.
They need to make
Right
changes,
back in their own left-hand
John
corner
Hughes said pretty,
for
sort of
Blackburn.
about him.
So Blackburn in his own left.
And we know he's a decent manager, but I don't know. I think
At the minute, it's in the Premiership, it's Everton 0, Forest 0. As Tronstadt tries to play it, but in his own half loses it to Bannon, and Bannon has a shot which pretty poor. And it,
looking for another now if they can get it.
Yeah.
That's a good-looking ball to the far post anyway by Gallagher. And for me, well, it's still coming down that ball,
Yeah.
but he probably could have done better there. A rush of blood, great work by Bannon.
Not very good. Bannon, well, yeah, okay to get in there, but it needed a finish on it.
And was thinking, eyes light up.
Blackburn now have a goal kick.
Ding, ding, ding. But you know what? He just shied.
Blackburn have a goal kick. Rolls it. Pierce now. He kicks it out to Costello, Carter. Blackburn throw in their own half on the right hand side.
Listen, that's not easy.
Blackburn now. Right hand side. 63 minutes gone. Kicks, passes it short. Oh my God! How happened there? Wednesday scored again. It's now 3-1. Blackburn 1, Wednesday 3. And we'll listen to the live because that's about 30 seconds behind.
69. Oh, here we go again. Wednesday have hit the back of the net. That has come out of nowhere. Their fans behind the goal go absolutely crazy. Well, I took my own prize there. And so did the Blackburn Rovers, and they've got another behind. The referee having a word with Ainsley Pears. But, well, let's take another look at this one then. Pears, he's pleading with the referee. Well, let's take a look at see what happened next.
God knows.
So the Blackburn Rovers players.
It comes down from the left, crossed into the centre, and just straight in the net.
But anyway, how did this happen? Heim goes back to his goalkeeper. Oh no. Well, I tell you why I didn't get that is because the ball rolled back to Pez. He decides to hit it first time. Right foot, he scrapes over the top of the ball, but he makes some connection. I've never seen a man kick the ball backwards like that before. Into the back of his own net.
Oh, they're joking. It's the goalkeeper again. Well, the goalkeeper back kicks it into his own net.
The QPR game. But Ainsley Pears absolutely takes the biscuit.
Oh dear, I didn't realise that was how it went in.
Not for a long while will you ever see anything.
And the Blackburn goalkeeper kicks it into his own net, back heeling it into his own net.
Huge proportions.
And the Wednesday fans go wild.
A foot on that, because otherwise it would have been an own goal for his captain, who certainly didn't deserve that.
Valentin now, and have another shot. Bannon on target. It bounces off. And Bannon nearly makes it 4.
Anyway,
As Pickering takes it out on the left-hand side. It's 65 minutes. And Blackburn are collapsing. Blackburn are looking like this is not going to be the end of the scoring. Iorfa now passes it to Bannon in their own half. Sheffield Wednesday are on the attack constantly now. Famewu passes it forward, but it goes straight to the goalkeeper Pears.
With mistakes like that, it's a silly season, isn't it?
Silly season.
They're not back to Pears this time.
So 4 goals, 3 of them goalkeeper errors.
I don't know why he was having to work with the referee.
As Volkskrasik pushes it through to Ugbo. Ugbo in the middle, passes it back. Bannon shoots. Pears saves that one.
After a mistake like that, Wednesday when the ball has an opportunity, back to Bannon. Salva tries a little heel. He can't find
he kicks it out. Volks grabs it, but fortunately for Blackburn, Britain manages to grab it pushes it forward, but Blackburn are offside. As Blackburn make another substitution, I'd probably make a substitution to get the goalkeeper off.
Put the shot in, because the way through the game is going to be a lot of injury time. It's not over yet for Blackburn Rovers. They get a goal back. They're definitely in the game. I would reckon we're going to get 8 minutes here.
Wednesday have clattered into one of the Blackburn players, and it looks like he's going to come off. Wednesday get the yellow card for that.
As Dolan wanted too much ground. Now the referee is trying to card at somebody. Buckley has come on for Tronstadt.
So Tronstadt off, and he's playing really well.
Expansive, really. I think the Norwegian brought too much to the party anyway.
I thought it was quite good.
Yellow card. What that was for. Grabbed a goal in this second half, so he will be.
As we, I can just say, and there's been a goal in the Premiership. It's Everton 1, Forest 0. Everton 1, Forest 0.
Both these two clubs, really. 115 games for Blackburn and 6 goals. A lone spell with Sheffield
Into
Wednesday.
the bottom left-hand corner for Forest, and Forest had a simple little tap in there. Said simple by the class of Premiership anyway.
Got back to Blackburn, sort that out.
Bang. Knows where he's kicking it.
Here this time for
so that's Forest. Everton, sorry. That's Everton ahead.
9 minutes.
The blue shirts for Everton.
I'll tell you what.
Fine. Kick it.
Silly that.
Left-hand side. Goalkeeper stretches. And it goes in the side netting. We're still waiting for a restart. We've finally restarted with Wednesday. Famewu, Windass. Hyam grabs it for Blackburn. He only needs to cross it, but Pickering kicks it out. And back to Pearce, who's standing well out of goal. Kicks it to Dolan on the left-hand side. Dolan now on the left, but he loses it, couldn't control it, and it goes out for a throw-in to Sheffield Wednesday.
Just not the same wavelength. Well, John Buckley's welcome to the game was the ball being thumped straight into him, and I think he hit him on the shoulder there, and then he just was feeling that.
Will Vox pushes it forward down the right, but Hyam intercepts that and gives it to Wharton. Short pass to Wharton. Wharton now trying to dummy his way out. Gets it to Costello. Costello for useless push forward, but Beadle is there on the right hand side of his goal to just kick it out.
One way off it.
Kick to the defence.
Nottingham Forest nil in the Premier League.
Build from the defence.
Sigana Gay, not a usual scorer. He's a good player, all right. Grabs a goal.
Kicks it forward. Bannon, one Windass. Wharton grabs it, intercepts that ball. He's trying to do a 1-2, and Costello can try and get it clear, but he's just walking it. Pushes it through to Schmodix has a shot, but it's blocked. And that was a decent shot.
First time it's gone over the top, but it's a lovely break from Smodic
Lovely ball,
again.
lovely shot, but just doesn't go anywhere.
You know, it's a little bit unlucky. He didn't do too much
And it
wrong.
comes back out. Somehow the Blackburn get it, but it's seen as offside.
His first time effort there with his left foot. I think maybe a swinger.
So Sheffield Wednesday goal kick with 71 minutes gone.
Over the top of the ball to make sure it wasn't going over from there.
Schmodix has grabbed it. Schmodix has another shot. Schmodix is intercepting balls left, right, and centre now. Beadle has it at his feet now. Kicks it out, and it's a Blackburn throw in on just their own side of halfway.
Nobody didn't have any great play, but in the second half, Wednesday have had 2 efforts.
Pushes it forward, but Volks now has it. Palmer has it. Volks. Ugbo on his own half. Volks now. Bannon. They're really pulled all the way back as Buckley now grabs it. Pickering in his own half. Wednesday have done what I thought. They've now put all their players in their own half. They're not. They're playing really, really deep. As Wednesday have a throw in the Blackburn half, and they pass it all the way back to the goalkeeper via Iorfa. Buckley, Bannon right in the centre of his own half. Windass in the centre. Ranti Musaba has a shot. Saved. Pushed out. Hyam. Carter. Britton.
He's got an opportunity to go
Carter.
save by Bears. Musaba had beaten the cover there.
Pushes it forward, but Famewo grabs it in his own half.
The great save that by Ainsley Pears.
Scott Wharton's clattered into. Scott Wharton's injured now.
Who's that down? It looks like Scott Wharton is in a spot of bother.
And Wednesday are losing players through injury like water.
And Wednesday working. It was a nice through ball from Windass. And I think Wharton, how did he hurt himself? He's challenging from the wrong side there, really. And I think Wharton might have a problem with ligaments here, the way that his legs gone under him and all that. I think off time, that's like, and I'll explain it because this happened to me. But
it's certainly not looking good at the minute. Wednesday are losing players a little bit too quickly.
Challenged me from the wrong side like
They're probably quite happy that they're winning though. It does mean that we've got. It's bad news for Blackburn at the minute. With Blackburn
those things do happen.
3-1 down at home against Sheffield Wednesday, the crowd will be getting a little bit irate with them.
He kept coming out of the line. If you do that, all right, if you're in a back three, then somebody can attack the ball. But I think, then...
So, what are we on? It's 2 o'clock and we're on 74 minutes.
And there, I just think he stepped out of the line somehow, and then he's having to make up ground. Anyway, Blackburn are making a change, and I think I've not been impressed by John Eustace's management particularly. I feel that they're second best, and the back three didn't suit them. Wharton's going off here, and that's bad news.
Yeah, Wharton is actually going off, so that's another injury for Sheffield Wednesday. This is not looking good for the Owls.
Left leg. Dylan Marcandy comes on. Now he's a striker, so what does that tell you? And if they were going to bring a striker on anyway,
it's a defender for a striker.
Why did we have to wait for an injury? I don't really understand.
Got a midfielder for a striker.
Dylan Marcandy is 22. His career was Spursy didn't get a kick for them.
Right, we're starting with Blackburn. Harry Pickering down the left-hand side. 75 minutes, pushes it forward. Volks intercepts that on the right-hand side. Volks now on the right. Pass. Oh, it goes out for a Blackburn throw, and that could just about reach. It goes short to Pickering there. Plays it short back to Pickering, back into the midfield. They're playing around the centre circle now. Trying to
great game, but it's been full of drama.
Hyam.
In that respect, I've sort of quite
Pass it
enjoyed
back to the right, to the left for Blackburn.
Maybe this isn't it. But
Hyam now again. Carter.
Well, the first goal was an
Hyam.
absolute peach, and I promise you,
Carter.
this whole
Buckley.
shown,
They're just playing a few 1-2s. Pass it forward slightly to Britton. Tries running across. Hyam. Pickering down the left. Gallagher down the left. Pickering now on the left. Schmodix right in the edge of the box. But it's Iorfa that comes to the rescue and kicks that one out for a Blackburn throw-in. They're close. We nearly got an eye on goal, but he just couldn't get one. Passes it short to Costello. Costello to Hyam. Hyam to Britton. Britton to Costello. Costello now in the middle. Buckley just choosing their places where to go, where to attack. You're down the left-hand side. Pickering, but Valentin grabs it and kicks it out. There he goes, short. Doesn't go far because Buckley, who can regather his momentum for Blackburn. Britton. Costello in outside the box. What can he do outside the box? Right in the centre. And Costello. Volks grabs it, runs it out. Volks now. They do kick it out. Blackburn clatter into him. Blackburn get another yellow card.
Tiny bit of a slice on the ball. The ball went backwards and into his own goal. Callum Britton is going to get yellow carded for that last challenge. Rovers here seem to be in reverse. But anyway.
It's going to be a fair amount of extra time here as Volks. Oh, pass it to Windass, and it's not on target, but that was a decent chance there.
Too strong for him there.
Sheffield Wednesday nearly getting a.
Great chance here for Wednesday, and Carter comes across. Blocked it out at the expense of a corner kick, but Wednesday.
Corner kick to Windass. It does ricochet off someone.
They were waiting for that free kick to come. It went short, and then Windass able to drop his shoulder and wriggle into the box too easily there. They've got a corner kick. They won't be taking it anytime soon. Opportunity here.
Wednesday are doing this as slowly as they can.
2 goals to cushion.
Let's wind down slowly.
Can they take the game past Blackburn Rovers? Oh, the referee now comes across. Palmer's already on a yellow card. He's got to be careful here. Don't want to give the referee an opportunity to send him off. Rovers they're getting a bit miffed there now.
Schmodix has managed to get that corner.
Comes in, chested by Gallagher.
And Schmodix can go on the left-hand side now for Blackburn.
Strike at goal. Not hit with any great conviction, but anyway, the ball is held up now to foul in the middle of the park.
Another foul.
And Josh Windass there putting himself about.
Sheffield Wednesday having another substitution.
Now. 3 of them for Wednesday.
3.
Chance to wind the clock down, of course.
But of course, substitutions are counted in the extra time.
Gets a good hand going off as Gassama comes on.
Gassama on.
41. Also going off is Icon Bow.
The bow off.
Smith comes on for him.
Oh, Smith. Yeah, well, good League One striker.
Goes off. So, that's all the strikers off. And all the strikers on. So, Callum Patterson, I'm assuming he's going up top. They're all just like for likes. I like that from Danny Roll. And that sends a message out,
freshening things up as Costello now has it in midfield. Pickering.
In this shape because it's been a success.
Back to Hyam. Hyam to Carter.
Shy away from doing that. Grab another goal while we're at it. Blackburn
Carter to Britton.
Sheffield Wednesday 3.
Carter. And right hand side for Blackburn into the middle with Hyam. Hyam now in the middle. trying to find a way through. Gives it to Buckley in the centre circle. Passes it right forward to Britton, who taps it to Costello, crosses it in, but Beadle grabs that one easily. And Beadle can start the ball again from the Wednesday defence.
Not much punch about them. And Rovers fans looking on, thinking, what is it that we're even looking at? What we try to do, what is the plan? And if we have a plan, we're really struggling to execute that.
Pushes it forward, but Pierce grabs it in the goal. Gives it out to Markande. Markande, now on the right-hand side, Britton. Markande, Britton crosses it to Pickering. On the left-hand side, back to Hyde.
And he was in the air that long, though. It just allows
Carter.
Wednesday to
pushes it forward to Markande on the side of the box. Markande, what can he do? Pass it back. Oh, tries something, but I don't know what on earth he was trying to do. From away or grabs it.
From Markande into the Sheffield Wednesday box there.
They'll just clear it.
But in the end, he's well marshalled. The ball is put out. It's a corner kick, though.
So Romeo clears it over the line. Oh, very so often it clears itself. So I'll have a corner kick to Blackburn.
Small team, though, Sheffield.
Oh, Carter has a shot on goal, but it's saved. And Wednesday goal kick.
Maybe was dropping in there. And Beadle
kicks it out. Schmoddings grabs it, and then there's another shot, and Beadle grabs it. It kicks it back out again. Palmer in his own half.
And the ball floated in. Beadle comes out and claims it. Good work.
And Liam Palmer now.
19.
He's not going to take. He's going to take his time in the Blackburn half. He's not in any rush. Play a couple of 1-2s, pull it back. Yeah, back to Beadle, forward to Smith. Smith now Patterson, Gassama, but Callum Britton grabs it and passes it. Run it sideways, but loses it to Patterson. Patterson now for Wednesday, but Pickering grabs it and Pickering. Oh, loses it to Gassama. Hyam grabs it. Patterson grabs it again. It's just kick each other as hard as we can, I think. And Blackburn goalkeeper grabs it, rolls it out, but Smith has a shot. Listen to this bit.
And Smith dabbing a long leg at that, and then he's put it just wide. Did as much as he could there, flicking his leg around the body. Enterprise, though, by the Sheffield Wednesday attackers. They look and should be.
So Pierce has out time. 83 minutes.
So they're offering a threat now.
Iorfa in his own half. He's intercepted that. Dominic Iorfa running with the ball. Pass it back to Valentin. Forward to Patterson. Patterson now Pickering taps it out, and it's a Wednesday throw in halfway inside the Blackburn half.
The ball with Patterson is just taken off his toe end, but that means it's being rolled out. So, looks like a triple change now going to happen. Cassini's another one coming on.
Blackburn substitution.
But goodness knows what he's trying to do. So, I'm a bit perplexed, really, watching John Eustace's team today. Really know. Irish Dolan goes off. He could have come off a long time ago for my money. But it doesn't mean necessarily that they've got better players to bring on. And Moran is coming on as well.
Moran.
Pickering going off.
Pickering for Moran.
And the last of those the man I've mentioned, Yesin Ayari.
Still Blackburn 1, Sheffield Wednesday 3. It's been a little bit boring, to be quite honest. There's not much happened in the second half. There's a lot of hard tackles. Wednesday have found it a little bit tough with their and there were 3 injuries so far. So Icky obviously went off injured. His replacement Diaby went off injured. And I think one of the midfielders went off injured as well.
20 years of age, and again, could be anything. Where did he unearth these fellas from? Don't know. But anyway, it's Rovers on the ball, 85 minutes gone, going nowhere.
It's 57% possession to Blackburn still. Sheffield Wednesday XG is 1.14, Blackburn's 0.5. As Michael Smith runs down that right-hand side, tries to get some space to cross it in, but Callum Britton takes it from him. Callum Britton now trying to find some space, but he loses it to Patterson. A bit heated in the corner there. And Callum Patterson trying to find some space, but Carter grabs it from him. Can he clear it? No, he manages to get back to the goalkeeper, who's going to welly it out.
Ball from him, the edge of the area, easily defended. 86 minutes gone. There's going to be a lot of time added on, but
86 minutes, 14 seconds.
Find a couple of goals just to get a point from this. Pickering it now, and into the box they go. Little step over, then the cut back. I think it's was it the old double kiss?
So stats: 32 dangerous attacks for Blackburn, 34 dangerous attacks for Sheffield Wednesday. 10 shots, 4 on target for Wednesday, 3 goals. 7 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal for Blackburn. So Wednesday are taking their chances. 3 goals out of 4 shots on target. You can't really complain at that. Not a lot.
He had a really good playing career.
It's wow. 10th game so far, BF says, yeah. I know it's just absolutely phenomenal at the minute. It's very, very. There's lots of it says 10th game. Yeah, it's very, very physical. And they say that our side, Rotherham, play physical. My God, they're both playing physical here. 3 injuries for Sheffield Wednesday. How are they going to cope in the last 2 games? Their defence has just been hammered. 2 central defenders out injured in 1 game is not good. Icky didn't look too bad. He was limping a little bit, but hopefully he's not too bad. As Carter pushes it forward, but Palmer grabs it for Sheffield Wednesday. Pushes it forward, but Britton intercepts that one. It's getting a little bit messy now, with Britton crossing it to Buckley Ayari, Carter. Push forward, kicked out back to Carter. Ayari pushes it forward. Johnson, goal kick for Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, wow. 88 minutes, guys. 88 minutes and 26 seconds. As Scott Wharton gathers that goal kick from Wednesday in his own half. 88 minutes and 35 seconds. Kicks it forward, but Beadle kicks it straight back out. And Patson, Volks, Buckley, Ayari, Britton. It's a little bit ping-pongy. Marvin Johnson back to Beadle. Kicks it out, but Buckley grabs it on the right-hand side. Buckley running around the centre circle, gives it to Moran, pushes it forward, but Bannon passes it back. Loses that to Markanday, and it's a Wednesday throw-in in their own half.
By its own measure,
Ayari manages to get breaking on that throw-in and pushes it in, but it's a Sheffield Wednesday goal kick from it, which is pretty simple to collect.
I mean, Pears was virtually back on his line. The only way he could have been beaten was by a ball that was hit the way that Windass hit it. He sliced and he dropped down under the post. Although Pears was nearly back in his goal. And Pears had done nothing wrong at that point.
So Beadle walks it out, gives it to Vermeerwe. Vermeerwe grabs it to Valentin, tries a through ball, but Costello kicks it out. Volks,
Dominic Heim just rolled the
Bannon,
ball back to him. It's not hard. He didn't thump it back
back
to
to
him.
Beadle,
And then
kicks it
Pears
forward. Volks now.
just
Volks
took
in the
his eye off
centre circle.
prize. Next thing he's got a connection on the ball, but not much of one, and the ball incredibly sliced behind him.
11 minutes extra time. Oh my God, 11 minutes. 11.
For Middlesbrough. And I do remember a game that Middlesbrough were winning at Ellen
I'm actually
Road.
going to go back to that last goal
And he was chasing the ball
and see how on earth.
the ball was laid back to Pears in goal.
How on earth? So where?
Watching Vinnie John
So
running from the halfway line.
Blackburn. No.
And
Oh.
I seem to remember Pears taking his eye off the ball and he rolled it into the back of the net. Anyway, so clearly that's in the family DNA.
Howard, oh dear. There is a Wednesday guy there waiting for the cross, but then he kicks it into his own net. Back kicks it into his own net. Absolutely. You've got to watch that. He underslices it. It's undersliced, and it goes in the back net. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that. That's amazing. 11 minutes, 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go as Callum Britton. Bannon grabs it. Can he push it forward? Gasama. Can he do something with it? He's got a bit of space to try and get past those defenders. What's he going to do? Back pass it? He'll probably try nice.
He wriggles out of
yeah, Blackburn. He gets clattered into, and it's a Blackburn yellow card. Don't him. He had a good chance there. He could have perhaps threaded it through, but he just got clattered into. Yeah, quite physical game. I think this could be a drop straight into the box. Put one or two strikers up there and hope for the best.
Will be delighted. The Wednesday fans are delighted. You can see him behind the goal. There won't be many. Obviously, they've won a few this season. It's been a difficult season, and it always was going to be. But if they stay up, it'll all be worth the while. And the fans here watching.
Will Volks has a shot on goal, and it's parried out. Not going to be a corner. Good shot.
The shot comes in. Oh, it's a good shot from Volks and a save from the keeper. But Wednesday created the better chances this second half.
Wednesday get a yellow card for some reason.
Deserve the 3 points they're probably going to get. But it's not all over just yet. Like I said, 93 minutes on the clock. The time wasted.
Oh, kicks it forward, but Wednesday goalkeeper grabs that one.
The Welsh international goes in the referee's notebook. And the ball's shepherded out there by Iorfa. Done well since he's come on. He got
goal kick
early.
For Sheffield, they're not going to play. They're not going to take this quick. They're going to take this as slowly as they like. Advise if they don't get a yellow card for time wasting.
Got a lot of action on the ball, moving away to the left.
He rolls it onto the floor and starts kicking it around. Kicks it forward, and Blackburn pressurise him just enough to kick it out. And actually, it's a Blackburn throw-in now in their own half.
First thing first, though, be thinking about that ball floating over his head. There'd be many there saying, well, you shouldn't have come out and done this and that. But I thought the
Buckley kicks it forward, but Johnson grabs that for Wednesday, pushes it forward, but Carter grabs it in his own half. Back to Pearce, who's halfway in the middle of the Blackburn half. He's trying to play football, plays it to Markandale, loses it to Volks. Can he kick it? No, he's not going to get to lob him this time. There's Bannon on halfway, just as Pearce gets back into his net.
Bannon now over the halfway line, and Gallagher. Some rough stuff into the young Frenchman. It's a definite free kick. He's out down his haunches. Marvin Johnson.
Another hard tackle by Blackburn.
He's legitimately again hyperextending and stretching out for that long ball. Took it off by Candy, but
push. Markandé grabs that one. That one would have been dangerous.
Anyway,
Britain now trying to get it out of the corner for Blackburn.
As the ball's aimed at
Yari.
Can't bring it in.
Yari now. Markandé.
Playing their way out from the back. Volks
Can he play his way out?
Stop his man. Good little jink there though. From,
Crosses it to Christine Moran.
Criseni and Moran on the ball. As Rovers trying to get something
Trying to
going.
get down that left-hand side now, trying to
honestly,
push through, but they just cannot get it. And they go back to midfield, down the left-hand side. Patson pushes it out. Blackburn throwing.
The relegation fight, I'm afraid, not off a showing like this. They've got difficult games coming up. Going to be...
It's pushed in. Is he going to throw this short or trying to get into the corner of the box?
A long time ago where they went down. But Huddersfield are not done and dusted yet. Derby, Wednesday, Plymouth, Blackburn, QPR and Stoke. I think 53 points is safe. There's Rovers into the box opportunity and it's hit wide. Oh dear me, the flag had gone up anyway, just as well.
Offside.
Because it really wasn't a
offside.
Yeah,
I'm actually behind I'm actually behind the video. Close, I'm not usually behind them. I'm usually ahead of them. Blackburn, they're offside.
Broke the line there. Just found himself offside. Never.
I'm usually ahead with that. 96 minutes, 46 seconds. So we're
streaming out of
7 minutes of 11. 4 minutes for Blackburn to make a difference.
Lots of.
But I don't think Wednesday are going to take this offside kick very quick.
Quite the opposite. Where there's life, there's hope. 3 points out of the relegation bottom three. With the hopes of
and Wednesday will move out of that bottom three
good second half display.
For about the second or third time. Well, not for about third or fourth time this season.
Now they try and roll through the middle, and yet again, it's a foul on Gassama. It's done well since he come on. I've seen him a few times this season, Gassama. I've not been over impressed, but he's a young kid. I tell you what, he's made a real impact coming off the bench today. He's taking the ball up, taking players on, winning free kicks for his side. That's a manager's dream, isn't it?
So Gassama.
Yeah, we don't want them to get stiff. We'll take the game to them.
Bannon, Michael Smith on the edge of the box, but Hyam takes it from, kicks it out. Johnson now on the edge of the box. Right at the left-hand side of the box, passes it back to Volks. Can he make a shot? Volks now. Give a quick dummy. No. No. Nowhere near. Not going anywhere.
98 minutes on the clock. 3 minutes left of this game now. And the Wednesday fans are still bouncing behind that goal. They've had a good day.
Yeah, Wednesday fans are loving this. As Ainsley Peace pushes it down, Pearson pushes it back, Hyam, Patson again. Patson pushes it forward, Pierce outside of his box, trying to play a bit of football now. Criseni on the left, Buckley. Buckley to Criseni.
Anything's possible. We're going to have to do a good start. Weather the storm.
Buckley and Criseni doing a couple of 1-2s, but they're not actually getting anywhere. On the left-hand side, pushes it forward, but Marvin Johnson grabs it, and they're left. So Wednesday left now.
Everything can change. 1 or 2 good loanees.
99 minutes. 2 minutes left as Britain intercepts that in the Wednesday half.
Give a real injection. McCanny trying around the back here. The effort comes in. There's so many blockers for Sheffield Wednesday.
They're never going to get through so many Wednesday defenders. He just gets across, but it just.
Give a go. Gallagher in the box. The ball might just break here for me. Does well. Good chest.
They're pushing it out.
Away by Johnson.
Johnson Carter now.
Nearly at
Britain.
100 minutes now. 7 minutes.
Gallagher's shot on goal comes out to Yari. Yari back to Britain. Britain in its own half. with
Blackburn
1 minute
Sheffield
and 10
Wednesday
seconds
3.
left. Ooh, kicks it all the way down. It's a Wednesday throw, but Markandé grabs that.
On throw now
Markandé now
for
back to Mark,
Wednesday.
runs towards the box. Can he do anything with it?
Secured
Carter
the points. Smith
Aidan
controls the
Carter
ball. Carter wins it away. McCann
pushes it
finds,
across, but
Carter.
Palmer grabs it and can
He
clear.
then puts the ball to the far post.
I imagine he's going to clear it as far as he can. He
Everybody.
does into
Volley
Hyam in the
away.
Blackburn area. Across to Buckley.
But over and Heim will pick it up.
Buckley now with 40 seconds left. Schmodix crosses it to Britton.
Four
Britton
rolls
now on the
forward for,
right hand side
Rovers.
tries crossing it to, but
Swanage.
Volks grabs that in the area. Imagine Volks, a striker in the area,
Actually,
and well,
Britton.
midfielder,
bad
and
ball into
he's
the box,
able
headed
to
away
clear it out.
at the expense of a corner.
Clear it out for a
from,
corner.
Volks, but there is less than a minute left. I don't think there's time for 2 goals now just to get a point. But anyway.
No, waiting. There's 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. They're playing it along the back. Schmodix pinches it. Can he do anything with it? He's going to cross it, but I don't think it's going to. No, not going to go anywhere. Far post and out. So that was a poor attempt there by Schmodix to get something from the game.
Obviously, one of them.
As we go over the extra time.
Sheffield saved the first half. Swanage shot over in the second.
And Sheffield Wednesday can now try and build. And that's it. It's Blackburn 1, Sheffield Wednesday 3. For those of you who've been commenting, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a hell of a game. That means that Blackburn Rovers are in the crap. Blackburn Rovers now have 2 very difficult games, Coventry and Leicester City. Sheffield Wednesday have a nice game at the end of the season against a poor team called Sunderland. It would only take Plymouth to win one of their 2 mediocre games, and all of a sudden the Birmingham versus Huddersfield versus Birmingham game becomes very important, because if Birmingham win that, it puts Blackburn in the bottom 3. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining, and I will see you again. Thank you very much.